Yo, what is good, fellow Glam? Today, I'm going to be breaking down my reactions to UFC 329. Let's get right into it. The first one I want to talk about, Robert Whittaker versus Nikita Krylov. I went with Whittaker by decision. The outcome was Whittaker by KO. The first round was a little dicey. Nikita was actually using his size really well. He was implementing grappling. This motherfucker is so goofy. Like, he's like the DDP of 205. He just makes any fight look goofy as hell. But after Whittaker started to understand the size difference and get a little better grip on his timing and his range, he started piecing up Krylov really bad with straight right hands and jabs in the second round. And then in the third round, he comes out, bombs Krylov with a right hand. Everyone I was with and me immediately just assumed that he had broken his jaw because he kind of just like wilted right after and looked at the referee and said, "I'm done." But I'm hearing that he didn't. So I don't know. He fucked something up in his face with that right hand. You could see his eyes go. Phenomenal performance by Robert Whittaker. A little dicey. Again, what the fuck was up with the commentary? I don't know why they kept calling Robert Whittaker like fat, basically, and hating on him. But yeah, fuck the commentary. Who gives a shit about them? Next one, my favorite moment of the night, King Green versus Terrence McKinney. I picked Green by KO. Green ended up winning by KO, but it was dicey. So let me lay the scene for you. It is every Terrence McKinney fight that's ever happened, just exactly like that. Terrence McKinney comes out like a bat out of hell, just starts going crazy on King Green, starts cutting him really bad. I mean, that's the most I've seen King Green cut up in a really long time. He's putting it on him. But King Green, he's actually slipping a lot of the shots and returning fire, but McKinney just hits too hard. If he touches you, he's going to cut you, he's going to hurt you. And then eventually McKinney takes him down, starts dominating him, has the wrist lock, is teeing off, is trying to look for that rear naked choke. He can't get it. And King Green the whole time, he's just talking shit on bottom, like about to be choked out and about to be finished. He's hitting him from punches with the bottom, saying, "Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch." And then eventually, like every King Green and Terrence McKinney fight, some crazy ass fucking shit happens. King Green reverses position with about 30 seconds left, stands him up, and immediately I yelled out, "Oh shit, McKinney's tired." Green starts piecing him up with these front kicks to the body and then eventually lands this nasty right hook right on the liver. It drops McKinney with about 5 seconds left, and then Green just starts teeing off on him while McKinney's just covering up on the ground. Do I think it was an early stoppage? Kind of, just considering there was only 1 second left. Like, if you have that exact same position a minute before and then it gets stopped, no one would be saying shit. But I do think it was a little early just considering there's only 1 second left. However, if they would have let it kept going, bro, Green would have put a fucking beating on McKinney in the second round. Anyone that's saying this shit is rigged doesn't fucking know what they're talking about. They've never watched a McKinney fight before. That's like one of the most common outcomes in his fights. But yeah, this was my favorite moment of the night. If you were with me when we were watching this, I was going fucking ballistic. I'm happy I got my pick right. On to the next one. What a fucking banger. Oh my days, Lona Kavanaugh versus Brandon Raw Dog Royval. I picked Kavanaugh by decision. It ended up being Royval winning by submission. So in the first round, Kavanaugh, he's fighting way too pretty. He's trying to do too many he's basically Sandhagen maxing. He's trying to do too many stance switches with the calf kicks, hitting him with calf kicks, trying to jab him, trying to reset his position. And Royval is just using his length really well. He's keeping him at distance, hitting him with straight shots, just sort of putting it on Kavanaugh. And I thought Royval won a pretty clear round one. And what I kept saying was, yeah, Kavanaugh, he just can't deal with the distance and the grittiness as of this moment. So a pretty clear-cut round one for Brandon Royval. Then in the second round, this is when I started to get like more confident about my pick that it would happen. Kavanaugh slips a straight shot down the middle, then comes through and fucking bombs Royval with the right hand, puts him on skates, even lands a body kick as he's falling down. Kavanaugh just starts wailing on him. Royval fucking survives somehow. And again, this is going to be a theme of this card. Bro, why do fighters fucking hurt their opponents and then go into their guard and just like let them survive for minutes? It drives me up a wall. I'm telling you, if he would have, after he dropped Royval, hit him with a couple ground and pound shots and then stood him back up and went off again, I think he would have knocked him out. More or less, he fucking let him survive for the rest of that round. So very, very clear 1-1 going into the third. And then in the third round, it just start fucking trading. I mean, this is every flyweight fight. This is every Royval fight. This shit was awesome. Royval cracks him with a shot, stumbles Kavanaugh, and then Kavanaugh comes back, cracks Royval with the shot, stumbles him. And everyone else was screaming like, oh my fucking God, what's happening? And then eventually Royval gets the takedown with about 3 minutes left in the round. And that was all she fucking wrote. When Kavanaugh had that adrenaline dump, was a little more tired, Royval dominated him on the ground. I said this in my predictions. If he uses his jiu-jitsu, this could get interesting. He almost had the arm triangle, and then he transitioned into the rear naked choke. Eventually got it. Kavanaugh tapped, still went out cold. Easily fight of the night. Fucking fantastic fight. I love flyweights, man. Next one. Mario Bautista versus Corey Sandhagen. I picked Bautista by decision, and the outcome was Bautista by decision. So in the first round, Corey Sandhagen's looking good. He's looking aggressive. He cracks Mario with a really good shot that like kind of dazes him on the feet, but then he's still good. And then they sort of go tit for tat for the rest of the round. And then Bautista has a really good grappling transition where he actually gets Sandhagen in a Saloyev stretch. Stretches out his leg. Sandhagen starts like grimacing, and then he transitions it to the leg lock, and I'm like, damn, that was close. That could have hurt his knee. Bro, he stands up, and instantly it's like, oh yeah, he just tore some shit in his knee. It was very, very obvious from the way he stood up and like hobbled off. I'm like, oh, Bautista got this in the bag. I will say, a lot of people are saying robbery. I don't really understand how you can say that because we'll get to this in a second, but you can't give him the third round, Corey. Obviously won the second. In the first round, just based off that visible damage, if you have a submission attempt that significantly damages your opponent, that counts for a lot for me. So I pretty clearly gave Bautista the first round, and then this was so fucking weird. But Sandhagen actually starts doing better in the second round on the feet with a torn leg. I don't know how that's possible. He starts being more aggressive. He abandons his beakers and test tubes bullshit and actually starts fighting and has a really clear-cut second round. I'm thinking, like, what the fuck is going on? How is Bautista not going out there and finishing him? And then, so it's 1-1 going into the third. In the third round, Bautista starts looking good on the feet, drops Corey bad with a left hook, puts him on the ground, hits him with some nasty fucking ground and pound, does some more work on the ground, beats him up on the feet a little bit more. So very clear third round for Mario. Honestly, when I was watching this, I like had this epiphany when I was watching this in person. When he was ground and pounding him and I knew he wasn't going to get the finish, I'm like, wow, he's really about to fumble this fight by not fucking finishing him because he lost the first 2 rounds. But then I literally remembered like, oh yeah, that submission attempt with the damage, you have to give him that round. So yeah, Bautista rounds 1 and 3. I'm happy I got my pick right. Pretty clear-cut decision for Bautista. I thought this was a good fight. I don't know why I was so confident this was going to be boring, but good fight. I was entertained. Holy fucking shit. Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint Denis. I picked BSD by KO, but like you'll know in my prediction video if you watched it, I had no fucking idea it was going to happen. I laid out the exact scenario where Paddy Pimblett could win. Like we all knew. When this got announced, we all knew. BSD, he's going to shoot that fucking takedown at 1/1000th of a mile per hour, leave his neck wide open, get guillotined. The thing is, though, I knew he was going to get that guillotine. I thought BSD would be able to scramble out of it. Nope. Pimblett is fucking next level on the feet. BSD shoots in. Paddy gets the guillotine. He snaps him down. BSD tries to roll out. And then Paddy transitions it to this darce. And then he starts like moving around on his feet. He gets his legs over his body, transitions him. I'm not a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm not fucking Joe Rogan. This is kind of hard to explain, but it was a darce in a position that was really weird. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a darce finished in that position where his legs were. I guess potentially you could consider it a Peruvian necktie, but he gets him in a really bad position. You can just look at Benoit's face and you're like, oh, it's done. Like 30 seconds, 45 seconds in, it's done. He has BSD flattened out. Paddy Pimblett's just squeezing with everything on that choke. He says to the ref, yeah, he's done. He's out. Lets off the choke. Referee stops it. BSD's out cold. This is a fucking insane performance, man. Like, Paddy Pimblett's defensive jiu-jitsu is some of the slickest I've ever seen in my life. It's actually astonishing. What he did to King Green and what he just did to BSD is fucking unbelievable. However, I will say this. I love Paddy. I actually picked him to beat Gaethje for some stupid fucking reason, but I like Paddy. I was hyped at this. Let's be honest. I do feel like BSD is probably his most tailored, stylistic matchup opponent, like that is physically possible at 155. A guy like that goes in there and just shoots blindly. Like, I'm just a fucking retard. I laid out the exact scenario where Paddy could win, and I didn't pick him. I kept going back and forth. But yeah, very, very good stylistic matchup for Paddy. Great performance. People saying that Paddy is just gonna, he'll just go out there, he'll beat Charles Oliveira, he'll beat Arman Tsarukyan. I'm really not convinced at that at all. Not yet. Not yet, man. I would love to see those matchups, though. This was the real main event. Let's get on to this, whatever the fuck this was, bro. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna start getting mad. We all saw this. There's nothing to fucking explain in the fight. Let me just go through what I was thinking when I saw this motherfucker appear on the screen with a Chuck Liddell mohawk. When I saw this motherfucker McGregor appear on the screen with the Chuck Liddell mohawk, I lost all faith. I lost all hype. I'm like, oh God, it's over. It's not good. And then, bro, McGregor on the walkout. I have never seen him look more nervous. I've never seen him look more unsure of himself. Granted, that probably has something to do with the 5 years off, but it's like he wasn't soaking in the moment at all. He didn't look like he was happy at all. I mean, we were talking the entire week about how he doesn't have to come back. He wants to come back. But then during his walkout, it did not look like he wanted to be there. And there's a lot of speculation that he came into this fight injured, and I believe that. Bro, I don't know if it's because he had a pre-existing meniscus injury before this fight, or it's just because the leg that broke is cooked, but bro, the way he did this multiple times on fight week, when he was taking off his shoes and his shirt and his shorts and shit, he could not keep his balance. He kept fucking going off balance, and I'm like, dude, you're a professional fucking mixed martial artist. You shouldn't be losing your balance, taking off your shoes, like going all over the place. So that, before he even stepped into the octagon, I was like, this just feels so wrong. And it just felt wrong, man. What can I say? And then he goes out there immediately. Great idea this is. It's not like I told him not to do this and he did the exact opposite of what I said he should do. He goes out there, throws a jumping, flying fucking head kick. That's the first thing he does. And then he lands completely on his knee, exclusively on his knee, and his right one, and then it just immediately blows out. And then right after that, he throws another head kick, slips. I think throws a left hand after that, slips again. And I'm just sitting there in fucking silence, stunned, bro. Like, are you kidding me, bro? 5 years out after that disappointing ass outcome versus Poirier, you're gonna make all these 20,000 fans who paid millions of dollars collectively, you're gonna make them go through that again with another fucking injury? Like, I know it's not his fault, I guess, but like, bro, fuck this dude, bro. I can't think of a worse outcome. I feel bad for Max Holloway because momentum-wise, this does nothing for him going forward. I guess it's cool for both of them because it's an easy payday, but I'm like all you guys, man. I could not be fucking more devastated by this outcome. I guess I got my pick right, but I could give a fuck about that. I'm honestly still just trying to forget that this ever happened. Let's go to the overall ratings. So here's the thing. Event as a whole, I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10, and that is literally just because of what happened in the main event. Bro, you take away the main event, I'm rating this like a 9.5 or like a 10. Like, this card was so good, bro. There were so many knockouts, so many finishes before that joke of a fucking main event. Fight of the night, Kavanaugh versus Royval. I don't really need to explain that. Back and forth, 125 fucking war that ended in a finish. Fantastic fight. Performance of the night, I went with Pimblett, Green, and Gondra. Pimblett and Green, don't need to explain that. Out of all the first round knockouts and crazy performances, though, Gondra, even though commentators were glazing Zachary Reese, he did nothing. He did nothing, and Gondra got a really easy, nasty 1 minute clear cut KO. So I thought he should have gotten one as well. Picks, Okay, here we go. I only went 4 for 6 on the ones I just mentioned, but in my prediction video, I did predict Stevenson, Pinos, and Giannis win by KO. So I am going to count that I went 7 for 9. Yeah, that BSD pick was bad, bruh, but like I was so 50-50 on that fight. I was never confidently like, oh yeah, BSD is going to win. So nah, I'm not too upset. Low light of the night, I'm not even going to say. You already know. Highlight of the night for me at least was Green's comeback KO win. I mean, that was just so fucking amazing to watch, dude. When you have, and Green's one of my favorite fighters, if you can't tell, when you have all your hope taken away that one of your favorite fighters can win and you just sit there in silence and then they turn the fucking tables and come back and win, it's like the best thing in the sport, man. I loved it. Honestly, guys, I really did have a great time watching this card aside from the main event. I hope you guys did too. Let me know what you thought of the video, and thank you guys for watching.